Greetings, YouTube. Happy Shocking Monday. Why am I saying that? Because tomorrow is October 1st, y'all. And we have login calendars like clockwork coming into the contest to grade. So, typically there isn't really an offer the day before because they know people are probably saving their money or their units, most likely their money, for those offers. But now, not only do we have a bundle to grade, but it's a 5-star class rank bundle. You know how many people have been requesting this for years? Because we usually see this in the 4-star variety. So the first thing we have to do now with these offers is see who this is available to. So when we click on it, we shall see that this is for those of you who are Conqueror by completing Act 4. So not quite Uncollected, but Conqueror. Now, I predict that these probably don't have the best of the best. Like they might have up to rank 2 to rank 3, but not rank 3 to rank 4, and certainly not rank 4 to rank 5. So, with that expectation, let's jump in. Okay, this is a $50 price tag that does indeed match the prediction of what I thought it would be. Now, to be clear, this isn't the first time we've seen this offer, but it is very, very rare. It's rare because it takes the place of several items. Now, let's make sure we get the full picture of these because it's not only just a rank 1 to rank 2 and a rank 2 to rank 3, but is there anything underneath? Indeed. So, let's say, for example, that you got really, really lucky and you pulled a Mutant Awakening gem and you have Namor. Or I saw quite a few people say, hey, Prof, I can finally awaken my Archangel with the 5-star Awakening Gem. Also, by the way, if you got your Awakening Gem yesterday, remember there was this pretty widespread issue when you first downloaded the new calendar 3 months ago, where some people, no matter what phone they had, no matter when they downloaded it, for some reason the game would not update for a day, and that's why it felt like a third of the community got the 5-star Awakening Gem a day later than everybody else, and there's just a few people who are actually getting it today because they had the bug for 2 days, and I felt very bad for those people. All right, so here's the deal. If you look at this, you are taking the place, and we're going to look at this exact resource breakdown in a second. You can take that 5-star from rank 1 to rank 3. That's pretty significant. On top of that, you get 2 tier 4 class catalysts of that class, which is pretty important, and 100,000 gold. Now, for $50, let's be honest, that's still a very good chunk of change. I think I've said this a lot. Too many people say, hey, just throw an Odin at it, which is a crazy thing to say for the average summoner that doesn't have a bunch of disposable income. And I've seen people like, Prof, you're being too much of a man of the people because if you don't have $50 or $100 to spend at the game, what are you doing? All right, entitled douchebag. These people, a lot of them have kids. A lot of them have spouses. A lot of them are in school. They might be single, but they're making like negative $30,000 as a college student, at least in the United States. So $100 is a lot of money. $50 is a lot of money. It might be not be to you, but that's called empathy, right? When you actually consider the plight of somebody else instead of just thinking everybody's like you. That's a really good lesson to learn on this Monday. So let's learn it. Okay. If we look at our champions, and for this, we're going to have to pull up the 5 stars, and we're going to have to start at the bottom. Let's say when I scroll all the way down that I'm going to use this $50 deal to take, who am I going to take up? Who's a good rank 1 to rank 2 candidate? Keep in mind I'm saving most of my resources for Aegon. Lord help me if I ever pull him. Let's go, you know what? Let's go this new Vision, right? Let's think about this. If I take Vision up to rank 2, that is in place of 2 tier 4 basics, 3 tier 3 class catalysts, and 5 tier 1 alphas. That's not that many resources. I mean, the tier 1 alphas are a decent amount, but everything else is pretty easy to get. So I'm going to say this might save you $10 to $15 maximum worth of resources, but might even be less than $10 for those of you like me who are used to getting these in overflow from tier 4 basics to tier 3 cosmics. Keep in mind, I don't really have 0 tier 3 cosmics. I just haven't opened my 2,000 plus tier 3 class catalyst fragment crystals. Okay, so that's not really what you're paying for. What you're paying for is the rank 2 to rank 3. So let's see, is Wasp at rank 2 right now? She is indeed. Okay, so let's say I'm going to take up my Wasp. Well, this is really what you're saving a bunch of. This is sort of almost the equivalent of taking a 4-star to rank 5 because you need the same amount of tier 4 class catalyst as you do a 4-star to rank 5 as you need a 5-star to rank 3. So you're saving 3 of that specific class, and you're also saving 5 additional tier 1 alphas, so 10 total between the rank 1 to rank 3 offer. And on top of that, you are saving yourself 4 more tier 4 basic. Now, there is a decent amount of gold cost with these rank ups. And so when we put that into perspective and we talk about this, it kind of sucks that 100,000 gold is not really anywhere close to the gold you need to take that 5-star up to rank 3. I think it would make a lot more sense for the consumer if they gave the exact, or at least close to the exact amount of what you need to take up a 5-star. So that's a bit of a bummer, and I would say that that's probably a negative of this offer. But at the same time, if you are somebody who is not uncollected yet, and you cannot run map 5 or higher in Alliance Quest, and it takes you a crazy long time to get tier 4 class catalyst, this is a very fair deal for you because there is no risk in terms of opening crystals. There's no gamble. It's not like you have to open. This would be such a worse deal if they said you have to spin out a crystal and whatever class you land on is the class that you get the rank up items. We've seen similar versions of that deal that are terrible. This is the opposite. You choose 1 out of 6 and you're locked in to not only those 2 rank up items, but also the extra 2 tier 4, which I very much appreciate, and some gold. So if you're trying to plan ahead, like say you're me, and you know that eventually you want to take an Aegon to rank 5, and you're trying to conserve all the resources you can, well, you can purchase this, and especially if you don't have that many tier 4 class catalyst, you're getting 2 more of these toward what it would take to take Aegon to rank 4, and at the same time you're saving all the rank up resources that it would take that champion to rank 3. So overall, what do I think the value is? Well, if you don't need tier 4 class catalysts, I think this actually is a D offer because most of these are going to go into overflow. Like, for instance, my skill showing. Unless I have that champion ready to take up right now, then it's going to be a huge waste. So there's kind of 3 different camps, right? There's camp number 1, where this could actually be like a B+ value, and that's people who maybe aren't uncollected yet and they have a 5-star that they're trying to take up to rank 3, but they don't have the tier 4 class catalyst, and this is going to actually save you so much time and energy. This is well worth the money. But then the second class of people is the people that it's also like at least a B value, and that's maybe your tier 4s are all the way up, but you have the champion that you're looking ready to take to rank 3, and you get to save those resources, and hopefully you won't have these 2 overflow and expire for nothing in 30 days. But you can take it up, and you'll be good to go. But the worst player for this is the player that really is waiting for the 2 rarest resources in the game, the tier 5 basic class catalyst, or of course the tier 2 alpha catalyst fragments. I would give this bundle a chance for an A if it also contained at least 1 tier 2 alpha. Maybe that's me being a little greedy, but that's what I would expect because we're also looking to take 5-stars up to eventually rank 4, and there's nothing in this bundle currently besides the 2 bonus tier 4 class catalyst of the class you choose that you can actually apply to a rank 4 opportunity, and most of the time what you're waiting for are those 4 fully formed tier 2 alpha catalyst, among other things. So I think if you're somebody that really wants to push for uncollected, if you're a conqueror, for example, and you have a 5-star that maybe doesn't need to be awakened, and this is the only way you can take him to rank 3, maybe we're talking about somebody like a Hyperion, for example, then this is the best offer for you that we've seen in a while. If you're somebody who has a champion and you're trying to push just to save resources, it's fine. But if you're somebody that maybe is just going to keep these in your stash and you're not hurting for items, you're probably going to find a better value for your $50 waiting 24 hours for the login calendars of October to hit the game. And that's just, it is what it is. So there are your grades for this Monday, this surprising Monday. I usually like to keep these videos to about, 5 to 8 minutes. So I apologize that this is a little bit longer than usual, but I think it's important to break down all the resources you save from rank 1 to rank 2 and rank 2 to rank 3. And I just didn't want to shortchange the viewers by, not adding more information. The biggest thing they could have used is giving us more gold. Had they given us the gold in addition to all the resources to take to rank 3, I think a lot more people would be ready and excited to use it. But unfortunately, you've just got to decide for yourself if there's a champion you're targeting. Have a great week, YouTube. I'll see you back tomorrow when we grade the monthly October offers.